Hello everyone, my name is Shambhavi. Hope you all are doing well. So basically, in the previous video, we had seen that if you just want to write the program for the threads with the help of functions, or how you can do that, right? We had seen this thing in the previous video. Now, till now, you had seen that how to write a program with the classes and objects. You had seen how to write a threading program with the help of the like functions. Okay, now basically today we are going to combine the classes and objects and even the function, and we are going to see that how we just write the program for the combination of the basically classes and the functions, right? This is the whole idea that we are gonna follow today. Great, let's get started with the things for now. So the very first thing that I'll be just doing here is that I'll be importing out my threading module. Import, and here it goes the threading. Okay, so very first thing that we do is import threading. Now, next, basically what I'm just gonna do is that I would be importing the time as well, because I would be including that module as well here in this example. So for that case, I would be just writing here import time. Okay, these are the two modules which I'll be needing, the threading one and the time one. Other than that, basically what I would just do is that I'll be just taking a variable here. Okay, let's say my variable is a, and I would just assign as to 0. Now basically why I am just doing that thing here, that I'm assigning this value as 0, so that thing you'll just get to know in a little while, right? As soon as I just proceed with the program, in that case you'll be getting to know that why I'm just writing this thing. Okay, let's come on to the next line here and let's start making the class. So my class is that class, and that class is, let's say the name for that particular class is student. Okay, inside the bracket I'll be writing here threading comma, it's threading dot thread. So that is basically from my threading module which I have imported above. I just want to use out my thread function. This actually means this thing, right? I would just put on the colon and come to the next line. Okay, here basically I'll be just defining out my init function. So def underscore init underscore like this. Okay, and into the bracket the self is automatically passed, right? Self comma. Now let's say there are three things there. Sorry, there are two things which I just want to pass here. Okay, so let's say let's say one is a name. Okay, the first one is my a name, and second one is my a standard, and let's say third one is my a marks. Okay, right. And okay, let's say these are two things. And other than that, I just want to pass out one more parameter here, that is a counter. Let me just write that a counter here. Okay, right here. Fine. Now basically come on to the next line here, and here I will just again using that threading dot thread. Threading dot thread, and I would just put one dot here. I would just write underscore underscore, and I would just initialize the threading dot thread, right? Underscore underscore, and in the bracket I will be just passing here the self. Right, this is actually done. Now come on, this procedure we had actually seen when we had seen about that how to make out the like write the threads with the help of the classes and objects. In that case basically we had previously seen this thing as well, right? Okay, so now here I will just write self dot name is equal to a name. Okay, and after that goes the self dot standard is equal to, okay, just 1 second, right here. So next one goes like self dot standard is equal to a standard. Okay, so self dot name is equal to a name, self dot standard is equal to a standard, right? And after that it goes self dot counter is equal to a counter. Okay, so these are all the three parameters are actually made here. Now after this basically what I would just doing is that I am just finding out the function here, that is def and run. Remember that in the last video I had told you this thing very strictly, that whenever we just like try to make some function inside the class and objects when we are using threads. So in that case, we strictly make out the name for the function as run only, right? I have just told this thing in the previously, right? That we just give it a name as run. Other than that, if we just try to give any other name, so that will basically result in some errors, right? So this is the whole idea behind this thing. So def run and in bracket it is self. Coming on to the next line, I would just write here print. Okay, now in this I would just write print, and okay, so print, I would just write that name is, I would just put a colon here. Okay, I would just put one plus sign as well, and here I would just be just writing self dot a name. Okay, print name is self.aname. After this, let's say here I would just use print underscore time. Now you know that this is a very new thing which I'm just actually using here. Now what is this print? Okay, just let me first of all remove this out. Just let me do not include that thing. Okay, okay. Let me just do something else. After this, I would just write print, and let's say I'm just gonna write that print name is, and I would just write here print standard. Okay, and standard is, I would just put a colon like this. Again, I would just put one plus sign, and that is self dot standard, like this, right? Okay, these are the statements which I have written. Now, basically, I was saying that we'll be seeing that how to combine the classes and the objects. So for that, basically, I would be coming out of my class, and now here I'll be just defining my function with the name, whatever I just want to do here. Okay. So def, and here basically let's say the name for my function is def, and that is, let's say, present underscore time. Okay, present underscore time. Now inside the bracket I would be just passing out some parameters. So the first parameter that I would be just pass out here is the thread, that is thread name. Okay, this is the first parameter that I'll be passing, thread underscore name, let's say. Okay, second parameter that I'll be passing is the, let's say, delay time. Okay, so that is delay underscore time. Okay, I will just put one comma here, and after that, let's say I just want to pass out that counter which I had stored above, right? So that is counter, and instead of that counter it is actually a counter. Okay, put on the colon and come to the next line here. Now basically I would apply a condition here that while a counter, just put one colon. Okay, and before that, just let me do one thing here. Let me just write out one statement here, that is, I would be just writing out the name for my function, that is present underscore time. Okay, and into the bracket I'd be just writing self dot name, comma, self dot self dot counter. Okay, self dot name, comma, self dot counter, and let's say comma, and here let's say I would be just giving something like let's say 6. Okay, now what is the self dot name? So self dot name is my thread name, the self dot counter is my delay time, and the 6 is my a counter. Got that? Come on to the next line here. So while a counter, my condition starts applying here. Okay, now I would just apply one condition while. Now above we have taken a variable that was a, right? Now this is a case for which I have just taken out this variable. Okay, so while a, this is my condition. Okay, that is if, okay, sorry, yeah, why if a. Okay, this is my condition if a, that is if 0, right? In that case I would just write here thread underscore name dot exit. Okay, if basically if 0, that is basically if the condition is 0, if the a counter is 0, then in that case basically simply exit it out. Okay, and basically I would just write here time dot sleep. Okay, and into the bracket I'll be just passing delay underscore time. Okay, right, come on to the next line here, and here I'll be just using out my print statement, print, and that is basically percent s colon percent s. I would just write that thing here. I'll just put a percent sign, and okay, this percent sign, and into the bracket I would just start writing that is thread underscore name. Let me just come down first of all, right? So thread underscore, what is this bracket for, right here? So thread underscore name, comma, that would be time dot c time, and in the bracket it is time dot time, and the brackets like this. Now basically if you have just watched out my previous video, so you would be getting that actually what I'm just doing. So basically it will display my output while taking some time. Okay, it will basically display my output while taking some time. Okay, and here I would just write a counter is equal to -1, like this. Okay, now basically I have made the classes, so for that basically I'm just going to make the object, right? So in that case you just call it as we are going to make some threads. So let's say I would be just giving it as, let's say, S1. Okay, S1 is equal to name for my class, that is a student, and into the bracket I would be just passing out. Now what do I need to write out here? Okay, so right here. Now basically what do I just need to put on, I need to write it outside, right? right here. So S1 is equal to student, and I'm just giving out some values here. Let's say, okay, so what parameters we had passed here? According to this, we had passed out the a name, and then we had passed out the standard, and then we had passed down the counter. Okay, fine. So according to that only, I'm just passing out the things here. So first of all, I'll be just writing out the name. Okay, first of all, I'm just writing out the name. So let me come here, and let's say name is A. Okay, after that, what do I have? After that, I have standard. So let's say that is 10, and after that, I have a counter. So let's say my counter is let's say 0 1, and let it be 1 only. Okay, after that, I will just make S2 is equal to, that is a student, and in the brackets basically now it would be B, comma, let's say standard is 11 and the counter is, let's say, 2. Okay, now just come on to the next line, and now basically I'll be writing out the code for the starting of my new threads. Okay, so that is basically, that is S1 dot start. Okay, S1 dot start, and that is basically, other than that, S2 dot start, and in the brackets like this. Right now, if we just try to run my program here for a while, student object has no attribute a name. Okay, let me just check out that what mistake we had actually made. And okay, self dot a name. Okay, I just need to remove this a from here. That is simply name. Okay, now just let me quickly run it once again. Okay, so now just have a look that it is printing me the things after dealing of some time, right? You're just able to see that once something is coming, then another, then another, then another, like this it is coming, right? Now basically why this is happening? So this is basically happening due to the things that I have given above. Let me just go above here, right? So because of that it is basically happening. Now just let me quickly close this out for a here, so that is terminate. Fine. Now okay, self dot count is 6 right here. Now this 10 is done, this 1 is done. Now basically start is done. Now basically I've just used another function, that is s1 dot join. Okay, and then the brackets like this, and I'm just using s2 dot join, and then the brackets like this, right? And now I've just again try to run this program for a while. Okay, now basically you are able to see that again it started printing me the result, the answers, it started printing me the same thing, right? So basically I hope that you have got a clear and a fair idea that how we just write out this code, how we just use out this particular threading with the help of the function and with the help of the classes as well. So here basically in this example I have joined the classes, and even I have joined the example, and at last if you just want you can just add on a print statement here, that that exit the main thread. If you just want you can just add out this statement at the last as well, so that when you just a program has completely run, so after that you can just get a statement, print a statement like this, that exit the main thread, right? So this is how we just combine out the classes and the functions for making out the threads, right? So I hope I just made this thing very clear to you, that how you can just write out a program with a combination of the classes and with a combination of the functions. Now here basically my main motive was to show you how to combine the classes and how to combine out the functions, right? So this is all for this video. Till then, thank you and take care.